Hello, everybody, and welcome to another M19 draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a competitive draft, so hopefully we can get some wins. And if you enjoy the video, I just want to remind you that if you enjoy it, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content. Without further ado, let's get to the draft. Okie doke. So our rare is pretty good. Valiant Knight. There are a couple of other knights in the set, and this card by itself is pretty good. 4 mana 3/4 that can give itself double strike is a nice card. So I think I'm going to take that. I think the next best card in the pack is probably Siegebreaker Giant or Rexage. Rexage actually has a lot of targets in this set, so I do like Rexage a fair amount. Knightly Valor is also nice. Something you should know about competitive drafts is they are single elimination. So if the video is a bit shorter, then you know that I probably perished before 3 rounds, but it's nice. I've played a couple drafts of the format, so I'm not like in the feeling it out stages anymore, so I can play a couple of these drafts, and hopefully it goes well. Okie doke. Valiant Knight is been taken, so the rare is missing out of this pack. None of the uncommons are spectacular. Aven Windmage is a fine common. I think Essence Scatter is better, though I do like Centaur Courser a decent amount, and I do like Vampire Neonate as well. I think Valiant Knight is pretty decent in like any color combination. It like doesn't need there aren't it's not like red white knights as an archetype. The other knights are in white for the most part. I think I'm going to take Essence Scatter. I really do like that card. After Essence Scatter, I think I would take Centaur Courser over Neonate, and then I would take Neonate. I think Neonate's pretty good, but we're going to take the Essence Scatter. Staying pretty open. Okey-doke. You're going to see Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's awesome, Seth. Pretty sweet. Okay, Colossal Majesty is a card that you can play, especially if you're like a red-green fatties deck. Red has the 3-drop that has 4 power, the 3 mana 4/2, the Onakai Ogre. So I don't think this card is the type of card you want to play in any deck, but there are definitely decks that want it. Mistcaller is an unplayable rare and limited. It's meant for constructed. It's debatable whether it's going to be good there. Rogue's Glove is pretty unplayable. It doesn't buff power toughness, so it's pretty much a type of card that you have to have a very specific deck, and your deck, yeah, it's not necessarily good in every deck. Doom Dissenter is a fine card, but it's not in our colors. There aren't really any great cards in our colors. Frilled Sea Serpent is fine. I think the best card is Havoc Devil, so we're going to take that. We aren't like committed to any of our colors right now. Scholar of the Stars is like a decent card in blue-white, but if we end up blue-white, we'll probably be able to get one if we want it. I think that Havoc Devils is just the best card in this pack. We could take a Frilled Sea Serpent, but I'm not like super high on taking early 6-drops. And if red's open, I like Havoc Devils a decent amount. Okay, now Gallant Cavalry is a good card with Valiant Knight. It's one of the only knights in the set. So that is a consideration for sure. Sky Scanner is kind of nice because it means that we're going to be able to play it no matter what. We are kind of 4-drop loaded, so if we were to end up with like red-white, we would have a bunch of 4-drops already. Not sure how good that is. Divination is not a card I love. I think it's like fine as a 1-of copy. It's pretty good with Salvager Secrets to like grind the late game in like a blue-black deck. I don't really want the Ogre. I don't really want Root Snare. I'm considering right now Gallant Cavalry, Sky Scanner. I'm choosing between these 2 cards pretty much. I think Valiant Knight is definitely my best card that I have so far. Sky Scanner leaves me pretty open though. I think the Sky Scanner is worth taking. If I end up blue-white, I'll probably have some artifact synergies. And this leaves me a little bit more open. Volley Veteran's a great card though. I think I'm going to take Volley Veteran. Just being able to ping something's great. It's a 4 mana 4/2, and then you can oftentimes get a couple other goblins or like one other goblin onto the battlefield. There's another Gallant Cavalry. There's a Take Vengeance. There's a lot of good options here, but I think I'm gonna take the Volley Veteran. It's just the highest upside because when it works, you can kind of like win the game off of the back of it. And these are just like 1-for-1s for the most part. Gallant Cavalry is still nice with Valiant Knight, but I'm not sure. I think white might be open. I Take Vengeance is a pretty good card as well. But Volley Veteran is just great. I think I'm taking Volley. There's also an Inspired Charge, so maybe I can start building towards a go wide deck and take a Gallant Cavalry. I think I'm taking Volley Veteran. Don't really want the Pyromancer. Lightning Mare is fine. Boggart Brute is good with Volley Veteran. Take Vengeance is a nice card. I think I'm getting the red-white vibe as being open, like a red-white deck. I might just take Lightning Mare as a good 2-drop. Like it can trade like with a lot of cards. Pyromancer is not necessarily where I want to be. Boggart Brute is also nice, especially with Volley Veteran. If you curve those out, it's pretty nice. I like Take Vengeance a decent amount, but not if I'm an assertive deck as much. It's still good because there's a lot of the time where you're racing, but it's not as good. So I'm choosing between Brute, Lightning Mare, and yeah. I think I'm going to take Brute. Lightning Mare is pretty hard to cast. Is a 1 toughness guy, and this card works really well with Volley Veteran. Now I'll take another Havoc Devils over a Sure Strike. I wouldn't mind a Sure Strike, but Havoc Devils is just great. And I've kind of transitioned into a white deck. This is into a red deck. This is a Knight, which is pretty nice. Goblin Motivator is kind of good, but I don't have any 2-drops, and this is a pretty good one. It's also a Knight if I ended up in this deck. I think I'm probably going to end up in that deck. I do think this card is quite good. It lets you get in for good damage. It's good with Havoc Devils because of the trample, so they can't really chump it. I would probably run a Goblin Motivator, but I'm just going to take the Drill Master. I do need more 2-drops, and it's a Knight, so I like it. I don't need more 4-drops. Let's look at my curve here. I don't think I'm running blue at this point. I think I'm going to take Mighty Leap just as a combat trick. I kind of have all the 4-drops I need. Trusty Pack Beast is fine with the Sky Scanner, but I don't think I really want that. I think I just want a combat trick. And now Boggart Brute is a great 3-drop. Inspired Charge could make the deck, but as of right now, it's not going to make the deck. And I don't really need to prioritize 4-drops anymore. I don't really, I already have enough 4-drops. I just need more 2s. And Boggart Brute plus Volley Veteran is a pretty good combo. Overall, I'm pretty happy that I took the Boggart Brute over and the Sky Scanner over the 4-mana 2/2s. Those cards aren't as really good in an aggressive deck. Sparktongue Dragon's a fine finisher if you can't get anything better. I like where this deck is right now. Can definitely win some matches. And I'm definitely getting a red signal, which is great. Goblin Motivator. I don't want a second Inspired Charge. I'll take the Goblin Motivator over it. I could be a pretty aggressive deck. Let's just move this over so we can sort by our curve a little bit better. I do want a couple more 2-drops, but this deck is definitely going in the right direction, and I can probably get some 2-drops. This is a very, very good 2-drop. It's also a Goblin for Volley Veteran, but the real reason this is great is just because it gives you a lot of gas in the late game. We don't have as many expendable creatures in this deck, but this card is still very good. So I'm going to highlight it for now. Electrify is good as well, but we already do have a ton of 4-drops, and we do want good 2-drops, and this is one of the best 2-drops. Just the ability to sack stuff is really nice. It also makes Active Treason a card we could play. Boggart Brute might wheel, which would be nice. I think we're going to take the Dark Dweller Oracle. Just being able to sack our random Dirtlers to get some better stuff later in the game is great, like sacking Goblin Motivators and stuff. Hopefully we wheel Boggart Brute. It's too much to ask to wheel the Electrify, but the Oracle is great. Yeah, I agree. The rare is good for us here. Now we're going to take Luminous Bonds. Pegasus Courser is the type of card that we would love in this deck. It's a card that lets us our 2-drops get through. Leonin Vanguard's probably also fine, but we don't want to take Pegasus Courser over Luminous Bonds when we don't have a single removal spell as of right now. Are we in on Knight's Pledge? We could just try to suit up a Boggart Brute, go to town. I don't think we need to prioritize that. I think it'll come back likely. I think we're just going to take another Mighty Leap. Mighty Leap is a good card in this deck. It gives you some reach. Take Vengeance is fine. It gives us a little way to get back if we fall a little bit behind. I don't really want a second Sky Scanner because my deck is pretty aggressive. I'm not a Lava Axe type of guy. I don't like to play that type of card. Novice Knight's not really good in an aggressive deck. It's more of a control card. Same with Daybreak Chaplain. I could just take Vengeance. You had 5 hours of conference calls. Jeez, that's rough. Sky Scanner is pretty good, but I'm not sure it's really what we want. I think I'm going to take Vengeance, potentially. I don't really want Take Vengeance. I kind of just want to be proactive all the time, though I don't really have a ton of 2-drops. Maybe I just want a 2-drop. I'm going to take Stone Quarry. It's nice to have good mana in an aggressive deck. Take Vengeance is a good card. And sometimes your deck falls behind, but I feel like my deck's going to be kind of bad if it falls behind. I don't know. This could be the pick. I'm going to get a lot of flack for this pick. I just like having good mana in aggro decks. Take Stone Quarry. Sure Strike is great. Oh, Nake Ogre is pretty decent. I think I don't like Gallant Cavalry, even though it works well with my Valiant Knight. It's not really a great aggressive card because they just have a 3/3 and it blanks it. I think I'm gonna take Sure Strike. Just having good tricks is nice because it makes up for the fact that I have little removal. Knight's Pledge is a card I might play if I get one back, which I probably will. If I see a couple of those Novice Knights coming around late, land that comes into tapped is tough here. Not really MT80. If I build my deck right, I'll have enough 2-drops that I can play it on turn 3 and still play a 2-drop. I can pretty much always play it on turn 1. And in the end MT80, I'd rather have a source of my colors than not be able to cast my spells. I do have some tough mana requirements, especially at 4. Ooh, Siegebreaker Giant is great. It gives me a nice little way to break board stalls. I don't need another Sure Strike right now. Don't need another Take Vengeance, but Siegebreaker Giant is awesome. The thing about tap lands is, yeah, sure, it feels bad when you need to play it, but then there's those games where you play it on turn 1, you have your mana perfect for the rest of the game, and like you have the Stone Quarry and 2 planes, and you're like, wow, if this was a planes, I would just lose. Perfect. Cavalry Drill Master is another great 2-drop. It's a Knight for a Valiant Knight, not that that's like the real reason we're taking it. I don't really want Make a Stand in this deck. Really want the Cavalry Drill Master. It's perfect for us. Ether Shield Artificer is not great, but we're not really going to play a Trusty Pack Beast. So I guess we'll take it. We're only really going to have Sky Scanners. Get the Loxodon Linebreaker. The Boggart Brute didn't wheel, unfortunately, but can't have it all. Hopefully we don't have to play the Linebreaker. Pretty happy with all the cards in the deck right now. Have a couple of Goblins for this guy. Goblin Motivator seems decent here. It's also kind of nice to go Motivator into Drill Master because Drill Master doesn't lose the benefit of its trigger then, and it can get in for 4. Another Mighty Leap is nice. I'm just going to be running a bunch of combat tricks in the place of removal pretty much. Mighty Leap's also a nice one because it gives me a lot of reach. So Novice Knight, not really what I want because I'm not going to get a ton of Knight's Pledges. I think I'll take Knight's Pledge. Probably not play it, but you never know. Hey, not me, welcome. There's the Novice Knight. Trophy number 4, hype. Okey-doke. Huh. I like Goblin Instigator, but I think Pegasus Courser is just too good to pass up here. I do like Thorn Lieutenant. I don't think it's worth anything. Yeah, we're going to take Pegasus Courser here. It just lets all of our guys get through. It's just a really good card. I wouldn't mind an Instigator, of course. Huh, this is a tough pick. Pyromancer Cage is great. Pyromancer is like a fine 2-drop. I'm just going to take the Cage. This isn't actually a tough pick. I do need more 2-drops, though. I would like 3 more 2-drops in this pack. Law protects, but also contains. Interesting flavor text. 5 walking corpses. Oh my gosh. You broke the format. Too good. Okay, we're just going to take an Oresco Swiftclaw. I wouldn't mind an Active Trees in this deck, but we really just need a 2-drop. And Oresco Swiftclaw is not horrific. We might even play this Field Creeper if it wheels. Sparktongue Dragon is not really what we want. We already have one. It's not like a card you want too many of. Active Treason could be fine, but 2-drop is excellent to get. Another one, perfect. We just want as many 2-drops as we can get. I said I wanted 3 more 2-drops, and this is a 3-power 2-drop, so it can really punish people if they have a slow start. It's great with my combat tricks, especially Mighty Leap gets in for 5. Ooh, another Volley Veteran. Geez, not me. You are converting. Volley Veteran's going to be great in my deck. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other goblins. Volley Veteran is just going to be able to kill stuff a lot of the time, so I am going to take it over another Swiftclaw. And keep in mind, I do have this land, so I really do have only 17 cards right now, so I could cut I think the Sky Scanner is going to be my first cut. Havoc Devils is nice. I don't really want another Sure Strike here. I think I'll just take Havoc Devils. Don't really want Lava Axe. Sure Strike's nice, but I already have I already have a ton of combat tricks. I don't think I want Daybreak Chaplain. I'll take Lava Axe for the board. I could see some matchups where I want it. Not really. I couldn't really ever see myself playing this card. Cavalry, not really where I want to be. I already have infinite 4-drops. I could take a Knight's Pledge and kind of go deep. Like I could sideboard into a Hyper Aggro deck. I don't really want another Spark Tongue. I don't really want a Gallant Cavalry. Fire Elemental. Another Knight's Pledge. Maybe I just main deck the Knight's Pledges and play the Novice Knight. And just accept that I'm going to get 2 for 1 a lot of the time, but hopefully it just works out. Maybe it's something I try. Hopefully the Swiftclaw comes back. I'm going to cut that, I think. I'm going to cut one of the Havoc Devils, because I think my other 4-drops are better than it, and I don't want to have 6 4-drops. Then I could run Novice Knight and 3 of these. I wonder if that's good. Probably not. I could run that guy. I could cut another Havoc Devils. Havoc Devils is a 4-drop, which is definitely a downside. I could Spark Tongue Dragon. Got a Mighty Leap. Active Treason could be a card I play. I don't think I'm going to run the Knight's Pledge package. It just takes up too many slots in the deck to justify a 1 mana 2/3 that could sometimes still miss and not get there. Let's just put all the cards that I'm considering in here. I think I probably would rather have a 3 mana 3/2 than a 3 mana 1/1, though I'm not sure. The evasion could be relevant. Yeah, all the cards I'm considering are in the main deck already. Okay. I think I definitely want to cut 1 Havoc Devils. I could see cutting the Goblin Motivator, but it seems decent in this deck. Okay, I think I'm going to cut Spark Tongue Dragon. I'm going to cut a Havoc Devils. And I think, man, this curve. I think I want Active Treason. Motivator, Drill Master. Okay, where did the display thing go? Motivator, Drill Master, Swift Claws. These cards are uncuttable. Loxodon Linebreaker could be cut, but I kind of want 5 3-drops. All these other 3-drops are fine. I could cut Sky Scanner. Don't really want to cut any of those. Maybe there's a 16 land deck. Not really. I have a ton of 4-drops. I could cut Goblin Motivator. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I am a pretty aggressive deck. Maybe I cut a Mighty Leap. That seems like a fine cut. Yeah, I run 8/8. This deck seems good. I could side into the Knight's Pledge package if my opponent looks like they have no removal. Mighty Leap is probably the first card I'd add, and then probably Spark Tongue Dragon and then Havoc Devils. I like to have like only one 5-drop in this type of deck though. So maybe I just want to go to 16 lands. I guess I have this as like a mana sink, and I really do need to get to 4 lands, and this is kind of a mana sink. Let's see how this goes. There's a fine hand. He's on the mulligan. Or she. Yeah, this could definitely be a 16 land deck. I mean, I say that because I have like all these lands in hand, obviously. I mean, I could also have just drawn no lands. Oh, Druid of the Cowl. Okay, here comes Swiftclaw. Black-green probably has quite a bit of removal. I don't have a play this turn, which is quite bad, but I'm going to be able to go Havoc Devils into Siegebreaker Giant into Active Treason and Mighty Leap on the same turn, which could just kill him. He doesn't seem like he's a super aggressive deck. Oh, he's attacking me. That's good for me, I think. He only has 3 cards in hand. Okay, Gear per Guide. Yeah, I think I have the tools to race him here. I'll attack. I'll trade my 3-1 for his 3-2. This is 7, 9, plus whatever I take from him if he plays something big. So I could just kill him next turn. Like if he plays like a 5-5, like he plays the Vigilance guy or a Thornhide Wolves, that's 4. 4, 8, 11. Oh, I would be 1 short. Vigilant guy, please. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. For me. I really wish I had a Plains. Siegebreaker Giant. Keep getting in for 3. This way I can like Active Treason, Mighty Leap him. Because I have a surprise like 6 damage potentially. I think I kill him next turn if he like plays a normal creature. 2, 5, 6. I wish I could have had a plane so I could have double spelled. I would have much rather done that. Giant Spider, okay. Eight. So if I take this and then give this flying, target creature can't block. Let's think about this. So he has 4 blockers. He has 1 card in hand, so I have kind of probably got some time. If I attack with this guy, how does he block? He'll block here. No, he'll just block here, here. He'll probably actually just block with this guy. So I just want to attack with Siegebreaker. I don't think so. I'm just going to play it slow. If I attack with Swiftclaw and then ping this thing with Volley Veteran. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm going to just play my Loxodon Online Breaker and pass. He has 1 card in hand. I have 4 cards in hand. I can set up a big alpha attack. Also, he can't really attack me. If I draw planes, I can go Swiftclaw plus Volley Veteran. Should have jammed. I don't think jamming is good. I can block that. This is 8. I'm just going to take it. So this thing next turn can make a couple things unblockable. I think I'm just going to double play these 2 cards out. Attack with this guy. I'll just trade. Swiftclaw. This would be, if he has a combat trick, I think he would have, If I block like this, he has, I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I can't kill him. If he plays something, maybe I can. I think I messed this up a little bit, but I think I needed to draw another planes. Luminous Bonds is nice. Okay, so if I go Active Trees in this, attack with everything, he blocks here, takes 5. I'm going to attack with both. Perfect. Yeah, I think I could have been more aggressive this game. I agree. Spider, okay, I got him, I think. I think I played around a combat trick too much. I should have just fired off my Mighty Leap on my 6-3. Boom, we got there anyway. Okay, cool. Whew. That was close. I think I messed that up. I got away with something there. He's a very defensive deck. I don't think Goblin Motivator is going to be as good because I don't think my guys are going to be able to attack. It could be a little bit grindier. I'm going to bring another Mighty Leap. I don't want the Knight's Pledge stuff because all this stuff has a couple Death Touch creatures. Also, I'm going to be on the draw, so Motivator's worse on the draw. I could bring in Spark Dragon. I could bring in another Havoc Devils. Skyscanner gets much worse against the Flyer, though it's still probably fine. He has a couple of reach guys. I'm going to bring in Havoc Devils, I think, over it. Havoc Devils attacks pretty well. We're going to keep this. I definitely played that game poorly. I feel a little bit badly about that. I not poorly, like, I think I played fine, but, like, I played around a little bit too much, maybe. I mean, obviously, I know how everything worked out, so, like, I might be, like, being a little bit results-oriented with what I'm saying here. Okay, this is a great curve out if I draw a mountain. I took lines you wouldn't have. Yeah, I'm not. Maybe it wasn't poor. It was just conservative or something. I'm not attacking here. I don't want to use a Mighty Leap. I'd rather develop my board. I really want to draw a mountain here. If I draw a mountain here, I'm going to be in great shape, I think. I'll block. I want to trade here because I just need to draw a mountain before I can do good stuff. Okay, Strangling Spores. It's fine. He killed my 2/2 with it. Mountain. This is the case where a Stone Quarry is not great, but it's much better than a Basic Plains would have been. Though, to be honest, it's probably replacing a mountain, but imagine if it's in the opposite situation. What's opponent casting? Oh, gosh. I wish I could hit him for 4 this turn. Dang, Liliana's contract. How did he keep it in? Please have enough demons. What? We don't want him to have 4 different demons. Okay. Couple of dagger backs. Ooh, that was a really good draw. For now, I'm just going to play Havoc Devils. But that was a really good draw. I could just Mize a win here by like my Mighty Leaps. That's why I like Mighty Leap. Bone Dragon, that's going to get Hieromancer's caged immediately. This is 6/12 if I use both Mighty Leaps in a turn. 14 if I use that. He's flooding a little bit. Land. Nice. I'm going to Drill Master a Havoc Devils and attack with it. Perfect. Now I've got him in dead range if he ever taps out. Yeah, this is a good spot for me to be in. Because eventually he'll have to tap out, I think. 2 cards in hand. I feel like if he had a creature, he would have cast it. If he had removal, he probably would have cast it. Oh, maybe not. I'm going to attack with the Drill Master. This trades for 2 of his Death Touch guys, which is good for me. Just going to use the onboard trick to get a 2-for-1. Macabre Waltz. Okay, now if he redebells both of them, I win. Which is pretty much what I wanted to have happen. So he could have a Titanic Growth, he could have a Plummet. Sure. That's game. This is why I like Mighty Leap. Opponent's tilted. Calling it a joke game. Funny guy. Let's edit our deck a little bit. GG. I don't say GG easy MT80. That's BM. That is actual BM. Okay, let's group creatures separately. I think I want this 3rd Mighty Leap. Maybe it was just results oriented from that game. Maybe I wanted. I don't really think I wanted over Sure Strike because Sure Strike's pretty good with Havoc Devils because of Trample. Maybe I want it over the Sky Scanner. Yeah, let's do that. Then I could, in a grindier matchup, I can cut a Goblin Motivator for a Havoc Devils. But I think Goblin Motivator is going to be fine. Gives me 2 things to do on turn 1. That's kind of what happens when you deal 4 to yourself, opponent. Not going to lie. Like, he did a lot of that to help me. I mean, I was going to do 12 to him, but he would have not been in that spot, I don't think, if he hadn't done the Liliana's contract. I mean, Liliana's contract was good for him, I think, there. But ooh, I'm paired down against someone who's 0-0. Nice. Clearly playing first. We're going to mulligan this hand. It's got 5 lands, and I don't use lands particularly well, and my only spell is a Goblin Motivator. We'll keep this, though. This is a great hand. 2-drop into Pegasus Courser. Makes it really tough. Going to keep that on top. I just want to keep spells at this point, because I can cast all the cards in my hand. And I have enough mountains and... Here comes the Swift Claw. Yay, opponent missed their 2-drop. Okay, which 3-drop am I going to play? I'm going to attack. See if he's got a shock or anything. I think I'm going to Line Breaker. It's just a little bit higher upside. He plays a creature, then I can trade with it anyway and play my Pegasus Courser. And that worked out nicely as well. I killed his 2-3. I wish I could have played another card that turn, but okay. Now I just slow down. Hope my Pegasus Courser lives. Whew. Fire Elemental. Ooh, that was a good draw. My 4-3s can block his 2-2s pretty much all day long. Take Vengeance is annoying, for sure. That was a very aggressive attack. Oh my gosh, he was dead. Oh no, he wasn't dead because of the Vigilance. I don't really want to trade my 3-1. Act of Treason wins me the game. Sure Strike wins me the game. I'll take it. We're both kind of flooding out a little bit, I think. Talon Cavalry was good for him. Pegasus Courser, Act of Treason maybe, one time. Sure Strike wins me the game, I think. I attack both. Got there. Boom. Whew. Close one. So against aggro decks, in aggro mirrors, what you tend to do a lot of the time is try to go a little bit bigger. I think I'm going to take out the Motivator since I'm going to be on the draw for a Havoc Devils. Skyscanner seems horrific. Just too slow. Revitalize is interesting, but I don't think I want it. I don't think I want to bring in Noble Knight. I think I'm just going to only make that change. Could bring in Revitalize. This hand seems fine. He's on a mulligan. We're going to keep. My dog's getting excited about something in the background over there. A 2-drop is a great thing to have in the aggro mirror. If he doesn't have a 2-drop and I do, then I could be in great shape. I'm going to play it. It just makes my Pegasus Courser a little bit better. My deck is pretty consistent at curving out. I have like 5 of each. Sky Scanner. I'll just play my Courser, then my Volley Veteran to kill the Sky Scanner. He probably thinks his Sky Scanner is pretty good right now. I mean, it is pretty good. It shut down an attack for 2, and it gave him a card. But I'm going to get a 2-for-1 right back. Volley Veteran down the Sky Scanner, hit him for 3. Having a lot of combat tricks in aggro decks is really good. People underestimate how good having combat tricks is because they have to block you, and then your combat tricks are at their best. Combat tricks are so much better in aggro decks than in any other deck. I'm gonna put on my hat. Luminous Bonds, okay, sure. I'm just going to attack him for 2. I don't really want to trade my card off, but I do want to develop my Havoc Devils this turn. And next turn I have 2 Combat Tricks. This is 5 power. So I have 4, 8, 10. I have lethal if he doesn't have anything. Okay. Onake Ogre. I'm just going to attack with everything. My 2 combat tricks should make this a pretty favorable combat for me. Oh, he's attacking. That's really good for me. So this is 7 minus 2, so that's 5, 7, so he'll go to 8. I might just let this trade happen, because then I have 6 just from the flying. I could also trade, make sure this guy lives. Do I care about my volley veteran is the question. This is 5. I don't think I probably do. If he has like another Luminous Bonds, I'll save my guy. Not my best use of a Mighty Leap. It might have been better not to attack with volley veteran. But now he's in a bit of a rough spot. Volcanic Dragon. He can't attack me. Or he could. Oh, and he concedes the match. That feels so good. Getting to the finals of a competitive league is like really good because you get a lot of value. I think I kind of want to try the Goblin Motivator still, even though I've kind of been liking the extra Havoc Devils. Oh my gosh, MT80. The BM. BM stands for bad manner. Yeah, we'll run it back again. This deck is pretty good, I think. Gonna get more water. Dang, if I'm just going to do this every time, why not just only do competitive drafts? Competitive drafts have interesting EV, because if you can lose in the first round, but I find that when I lose in the first round, I get kind of tilted anyway. So, so yeah. Into the finals of our competitive draft. Our deck is kind of cool. I like it. I love the combat tricks we got. They're great. Yeah, the one big downside of competitive draft queues is they take a while to fire. Oop, there he is. Our final victim. And Bing. Opponent's on a mulligan. We're going to keep this hand. Okay, deck, we have kind of got all the lands we need now. We can't really use lands past land 5 all that efficiently. Highland game, we're going to play our Cavalry Drillmaster. Oh, we also got paired down. This guy's only 1-0. Highland game is not a card that I am super afraid of. I'm going to trade, though. He probably has something bigger, and Highland game is going to let him win races against me, kind of. The Basilisk, eh? I really want to draw a spell this turn. I don't really want to Hieromancer's Cage, but I think I might have to. Yep, that's not great. I'm taking 6. I'm never going to have a chance to use the cage. I'm just going to get rid of his Vigilance guy. I don't care about the Death Touch because I have the Siege Breaker, but Vigilance is kind of annoying against active treason. Starcrown Stag, eh? So taking 7 now. Kind of a clunky draw. He definitely played this pretty well. Follow-up play. Gift of Paradise is not a card that I'm as worried about. At this point, I just need to stabilize. Okay. So he'll tap this down. I'll first strike my guy up. I'll take 5, go to 2. Then I'll have 2 blockers. I'll be able to go to 1. Big draw for me here. I really want to draw Havoc Devils. Are you kidding me? That's the game. Unfortunate that that was how it went. I'm going to cut Goblin Motivator again. His deck has a lot of cheap cards that make it a little bit worse. I didn't see a ton of removal, but he did have some Death Touch, so I don't know if I want Knight's Pledge. Sky Scanner seems decent against him. Havoc Devil seems good. I'll bring in Havoc Devils. I need stuff that can trade with his 3/3. Okay, on the play, we're going to keep. Pretty good hand. I'm pretty confident in this game. I think if I draw a spell here, a little bit off on that one. I need to draw one more. I need to draw probably 2 spells in a row here to be in good shape. And oh yeah, Pegasus Courser is really good against that guy. There's a spell. I like it. He's not really on the beatdown path here. Really like drawing spells in this type of spot. He can block the 1/3, save himself a point, but he's still taking 4. Mighty Leap is a good draw, though. I'll take 2. Thorn-eyed Wolves, okay. I'm in the finals. I'm down a game. His deck seemed pretty aggressive game 1, but I think I'm doing pretty all right this game. Okay. Five, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can give this flying and give this flying. I think I block. No, I don't want to give him to gain life. I'll just take it. I can give my whole team flying. He has 2 flying blockers. So if I give my whole team flying, wait, so he has 3, 7 toughness in the air, and I have 6, 11, 15, 16 in the air, and he has 7 toughness. So 16 in the air minus 7 is 9. But I can also make this thing unable to block. I can't do everything. If I give this flying and this flying, this is 12, this is 6, 10, 12, 14 trample in the air, 14 trample in the air, and then I can swing in for 3 with these guys. If he blocks these, this is 3, so he's at 8, then I have 8, 14 minus 7 is 7, so I have 3 minus 7. No, so this is, I know, okay, let me just do the math. So 6, 10, 12, 14, minus 7 toughness brings him to 14 minus 7 damage, plus 3 is 10. So I'm 1 short. And then he'll kill me on the crackback. If I make this unable to block, then and then I attack with these guys and make this flying. And he's got 3 toughness. This is 6, 12, 12 in the air, 13. 13, he can't block this, so he goes to 10. And then I have 6, 12 in the air, and he has 3, so he would go to 1. If I attack with these 2 for 7, and he single blocks, that would be down to 4, and then I can't kill him. I think I'm 1 off no matter how I look at this. I'm not necessarily dead on the crackback is the thing. If I attack with these two, use a Mighty Leap to save this guy. I think I'm going to go for this line. Do I want to make this unblockable? So this is 12, so he'll probably go block, chump. So if he just goes block, chump, then this is 6. If he chumps here, that's 8. So if he doesn't jump, yeah, I think I can kill him here, or just make it really good for myself. Because I can use my Mighty Leap on this guy. Okay, so this is 6. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. So this is 1, 2, 3. And now I just pray for no interaction. That's game. Oh man, that last turn was tricky. Very tricky. Let me know how you would have played it in the comments section. Maybe I should have been patient, but my Pegasus Courser, maybe I should just attack for 2 guys, but it gets risky then. I probably would have died if I'd done that because he would have his 3/3 flyer, and let me know how you would have played it. Maybe I was supposed to sacrifice a guy post-combat so I have another blocker if I draw a 2-drop. That could have been correct. I was considering doing that, but if I do the Dark Dweller, sacrifice the creature, I would do Dark Dweller, sack a creature. If I draw a 2-drop, I can play it, and then I have an extra blocker, and then I don't die. And I do have 4 2-drops left in the deck, so maybe that was better to do. But anyway, this was our deck. I tried out the new invader every game. I didn't really like it. But yeah, that's going to do it for this draft video. If you enjoyed it, and especially if you enjoyed the fact that it was a competitive draft league, be sure to let me know in the comments section down below, and by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you would like to get updates for whenever I post new content. It's a great way to show your support, and I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about the draft or the gameplay or the way I built my deck, be sure to leave that in the comment section down below, and I will happily respond with my thoughts or answers. And yeah, if you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link to that in the description down below. But anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. We didn't quite get the trophy, but we had a pretty good time in the competitive queues. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.